Starting with the first 4 strings on the outer edge of the wall hanging, we're going to use those strings to tie a single square knot as close up to the dowel as possible. Once you have tied the first square knot, you're going to tie another full square knot directly underneath the first. You're going to skip the next 4 strings and then grab the 4 after that. So use those 4 strings to tie another length of 2 square knots. Take the innermost 2 strings from your first set of square knots and join it with the next 2 strings over on the right. You're going to join these cords to create an alternating square knot. So this is just a square knot using alternating cords. Then you'll do the same on the other side, taking the inner 2 strings from the square knot, joining them with the next 2 strings over. And this should be level with the square knot that you previously made. Then create another alternating square knot using 2 cords from each of the last square knots. Tie a square knot directly underneath, and then follow that square knot with 2 more square knots directly underneath the first. To repeat this pattern, you're going to skip the next 4 cords and grab the 4 cords after that, and then tie another set of 2 square knots in that section. Like we did before, you're going to create alternating square knots underneath the first sets to create that nice V shape that we created in the last section. Again, join them into a V shape by creating another square knot, and then follow that with 2 more square knots like we did for the first section. Continue this pattern horizontally across the rest of the wall hanging until you have 4 sections of knots. To complete our second row, you're going to create alternating square knots, but in the opposite direction that you did in the previous step. So you're going to take the outermost set of 2 strings, join it with 2 strings to the left, into a square knot, and then grab those 2 strings and join them with the outermost strings. Then you will continue tying 2 more square knots under the first, so we have 3 square knots total. continue this pattern for the rest of the row, and then you can continue making as many rows as you'd like for this pattern. For my design, I'm going to be doing 5 rows of honeycombs. Once you're happy with the length of your wall hanging and you'd like to finish it off, you can simply end the bottoms of each honeycomb with a single square knot instead of a row of 3 square knots. And that is it for the honeycomb pattern. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.